And we do start off tonight with a weather impact alert. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett. You don't need me to tell you, it's hot, and it is going to get hotter. We're giving you this extra weather impact heads up just to let you know that the heat could be a real danger here for the next couple of days. Yes, it's summertime in Memphis. This happens every year, but this is the first one, and our bodies really aren't used to the heat yet, if they ever get used to the heat. So it is a week that you want to take it easy. Take care of yourself, your friends, family, and neighbors as well. Let's get right over to that weather impact alert. We'll show you what's going on here. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, those are going to be the hottest 3 days of the week. Yes, it was hot today, but it's really going to be the middle 3 days of the week that are going to be the most dangerous heat. Heat index values, the feels like temperature closer to 105 because of all of the extra humidity. So humid out there, it's almost a little hard to breathe, and that's going to just get worse through the week. So take it easy. It's not a week to go do the strenuous yard work in the middle of the afternoon. Put that off a little bit. Stay hydrated, take breaks inside or at least in the shade if you have to be outside. But the best thing is, if you can, just hang out inside and unfortunately run that MLGW bill up. It's going to be a big one next month. Heat dome is what we call it. High pressure is pretty much right on top of it. Think of this as like a pressure cooker. So when high pressure gets right on top of us, it traps all of the air down here at the surface. So same way if you're boiling water, you put a lid on it, it's just going to get hot inside that pot. We're inside the pot right now. So we're inside that high pressure heat dome, and this is going to stay that way really through the week. Another thing high pressure does is it limits the rainfall chances. So not only is it going to be hot, we're also talking about dry weather, no relief from the rain, and humidity too. That's going to make it even pretty warm in the overnight hours as well. 92 was the high today. That's actually pretty close to average. The average high right now is 91. Record high 103. That was set back in 2012. And of course, no rain in the bucket for today. 89, the current number in Memphis. It's 91 in Dyersburg and in Covington, 93 Corinth, 92 in Tunica. But of course, this time of year, the big thing we factor in is the heat index. And we give you this value because the humidity affects your body's way of naturally cooling itself down. So when it's more humid, your body can't cool itself down as much, so you feel hotter. Your body temperature increases. Heat index right now in Memphis, 98. 104 though in Forest City, 103 in Tunica, 102 in Clarksdale, 105 is what it feels like to your body right now in Corinth. And again, it's all because of the humidity. We measure this with the dew point. That's just an easy number to tell you how humid it is. Dew point 73, that's in the uncomfortable category, but in the next few days, we could be talking about dew points in the mid-70s, which is going to make it just miserable, is really the only way to put it when you walk outside. And the thing is, too, when the sun sets, it's really not going to cool down that much. So for those of you that might not want to use your AC much at night, this is going to be a week you might have to do it because we're not cooling down that much. 10 p.m. tonight, still 84 degrees, and then we only drop to about 76. Mostly clear sky, dry tonight, but it's also going to be very muggy. So this is probably not a week that you're going to be able to open the windows, let some cool air in at night. It is still going to be very hot overnight. And of course, that's also an issue for folks that don't have a place to cool down. They're not going to get much relief in the overnight hours as well. So we wake up tomorrow morning around 80 degrees. Even if you're trying to do stuff early, get the gardening, the yard work done early, it's still going to be hot and humid. 78 at 7 a.m. And then by the afternoon, we end up in the mid to upper 90s. So it is going to be much hotter tomorrow than it was today. We only got to around 91 like we saw today. We're going to be about 5 or 6 degrees hotter tomorrow. Sunshine and completely dry, no chance of rain. And again, the humidity is going to continue to be a factor. Heat index right now, we got to about 100 today in Memphis. It's going to be closer to 105 tomorrow. 108 in Tunica, 104 in Corinth and Dyersburg, 106 in Covington. So it is going to be a very hot and a very humid day tomorrow. That's why we're going with that weather impact alert. Starting tomorrow, going into Wednesday too, heat index of 108. I think Wednesday is going to be the hottest day, and then 105 for Thursday. After that, our temperatures come down a little bit. Going into the 4th of July weekend, it's not going to be as hot. It's still hot. I mean, look at Saturday. It's going to feel like 102, but we typically consider the danger zone on the heat index to be around 105. So if it's under 105, yes, it's still hot, but it doesn't pose as high of a risk to your health. It's something we can tolerate a little more, even if it is hot. Once you get to 105, 106, 107, our bodies have a really hard time handling that. And again, even through the next couple of days into the middle of the week and next weekend, humidity stays very high. It might even increase a little bit more. So just take that for what it will. Plan ahead this week. If you have something planned outside that you can postpone, might be a good time to just hold off a little bit, wait till those temperatures come down a little bit next week. But I really think we're in the heat of the summer now. I mean, it does not look like we have a big cold front or anything coming. It's looking like it's going to be pretty hot here for the next little bit. So again, it's summertime in Memphis. It gets hot every year, but it is a good time to just take care of yourself. Remind yourself, if you have to be outside, take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Take breaks inside or at least in the shade. Drink plenty of water. And really, if you're someone that works outside, you need to start hydrating the night before. Start drinking water before you go to bed, and then that'll help you out to stay hydrated when you wake up in the morning. Remember, kids and pets, make sure they are staying cool. Never leave them in a hot car. Double check the back seat. Also, check in on friends, family, neighbors, especially those that might not have good working AC. Make sure they have a cool place to go. We do have info on cooling centers on our website. That's ABC24.com. Again, rain chances few and far between for the next 7 days. They do increase a little bit by the weekend. Maybe Sunday or Monday, we're going to get some more of those pop-up showers. But really, the odds of serious rain, at least for this week, are pretty low. Now, as we get to next week, this is looking through next Monday. I think you get to Sunday or Monday, you get a couple of more of those pop-up thunderstorms. Could bring us an inch of rain. And that, of course, is going to cool us down a little bit. But as far as this week goes, Monday through Friday, just not a whole lot of relief. And even the holiday weekend, it's not going to be as hot as it's going to be the middle of the week, but still hot. 95 Friday, 94 on Saturday for the 4th of July. I do think the 4th is dry for the most part, partly cloudy, very slight chance of a shower, but it is still going to be hot. Heat index around 100 on Saturday, and then with more pop-up storm chances by Sunday, that does lower the temperature just a little bit more. Still 92 though, so when we're talking about lower temperature, it's really not a huge difference. It's still going to be very hot as we go through the weekend, just not as dangerously hot as it's going to be here for the next 7 days. So that's why we're giving you the weather impact alert, at least for the next 3 days. Sunny, hot, very humid. Highs mid to upper 90s, 96 tomorrow, 97 Wednesday, 96 Thursday. Overnight lows only get to around 80, so still hot in the overnight hours. And again, you talk about the humidity, it's going to feel like 105 for the next 3 days. Now, Friday, temperatures come down a smidge, still hot, still humid, just not as dangerously hot. 95 Friday, 94 for the 4th of July on Saturday. And then by Sunday and Monday, we do get into a pattern where there could be maybe some more pop-up thunderstorms. Doesn't look like a washout, but Sunday and Monday could feature a couple of more storms with highs around 90. Now, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I do have a 20% chance of a storm, very slight chance of a pop-up shower. But I do think for most of us, from now through Saturday, it's going to be a pretty dry stretch of weather. It is going to be very hot, though, at least through this weekend, and then maybe not quite as hot early next week. All right, coming up after the break, if you're trying to escape town, head somewhere where you might think is a little bit cooler. We'll check in with meteorologist Daniel McDonald for your regional travel forecast. We'll also share some tips on how you can stay cool and not break the bank. That's all ahead on Weather Impact Now after this.